put clothes on our backs, food on the table. When you didn't eat, you made sure we ate. You went to sleep hungry. You sacrificed for us. You the real MVP.
I'm Nick Garcia, and this is After the Fame, After the Game, Kevin Durant edition.
All I've ever known.
From humble beginnings to NBA stardom, Kevin Durant has lived through a lot in his life, and today, he's known to be one of the best players in the world. However, let's just take a closer look on his life from bottom to top and see how this one kid from Washington came from dealing with a loved one's death to winning MVP of the NBA in 2015. On September 29, 1988 in Washington, D.C., Kevin Durant was born to his parents, Wanda and Wayne Pratt. However, at a very young age, Kevin Durant's dad, Wayne Pratt, actually left Durant's family for many years while Durant was still growing up. Durant's mother, Wanda Pratt, would go on to divorce Wayne Pratt. And growing up through a life like this, Durant's grandmother, Barbara Davis, would go on to help raise him through most of his early life. Durant also grew up with his sister Brianna and his two brothers, Tony and Rayvon, and they all grew up in the eastern part of Maryland. And by the time Durant was old enough to play AAU basketball, his father soon entered back into his life to go to many of his tournament games. But that was good that he started basketball early, because by the time Durant was in his teens, he was already 6 feet tall. And by now, Kevin Durant was already destroying the AAU circuit. He played for many major teams in Maryland, including teams where he played with other NBA players, such as Michael Beasley and Ty Lawson. Which is crazy, because Michael Beasley and Ty Lawson still remain close to Kevin Durant till this day. However, also around this time, Kevin Durant faced a horrible tragedy which would stick with him forever, because he found out one of his closest AAU basketball coaches, Charles Craig, had been murdered at the age of 35, which is actually the main reason why Kevin Durant wears the number 35 every night. Fast forward years later, Kevin Durant enters high school. He goes to attend National Christian Academy and played there for 1 year, just to transfer out and go to Oak Hill for another year, where that summer he would actually commit to Texas. Not soon after his commitment to Texas, Durant would make one final transfer to Mountain Rose Christian Academy, where Durant averaged 23.6 points and 10.2 rebounds for his senior season at Mountain Rose. For his final senior season, he became an All-State player and went on to play at McDonald's All-American game, to go on and win Most Valuable Player of that game. And after his final senior season, he went on to become the number 2 prospect in high school basketball that year, just behind Greg Oden. The next year, he would go on to attend the University of Texas, where only in 1 year, he averaged 25 points, 11 rebounds, and also won the Big 12 Player of the Year. And just want to point out that USC team was actually stacked. They had Nick Young and Taj Gibson, and not soon after the tournament ended, he declared for the 2007 NBA draft, just to get drafted by none other than the Seattle Supersonics. But not soon after, the Seattle Supersonics would actually move to Oklahoma City and become the Oklahoma City Thunder. And with the Oklahoma City Thunder, he was an 8-time All-Star, NBA All-Star Game MVP, 5-time All-NBA First Team, 2-time All-NBA Second Team, a 4-time NBA Scoring Champion, and oh yeah, he won the MVP. However, it didn't end well in Oklahoma City, because after a great playoff run in 2016, they would go on to lose in the Western Conference Finals after blowing a 3-1 lead to the Golden State Warriors. And in that same summer, in free agency, he would go on to sign with none other than the Golden State Warriors. After that next season, Durant went on to lead the Warriors to an NBA championship run, and he went on to be named NBA Finals MVP. And now with an NBA championship around his belt, he is so far looking like a future Hall of Famer, with many scoring titles and many All-Star Game appearances. Not to mention, he was also a 2-time gold medalist for USA Basketball. And that just goes to show that no matter how hard life pushes you down, there's always one way to go, and that's up. I'm Nick Garcia with Pastor Rock TV, and this is After the Game, After the Fame.